You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to another podcast on the WBT with Michael Lodge. Glad that you're here. Remember what we've been talking about all this week is scams, scammers, and watching out for scams. And I decided to do this because I've had so many tax clients call my office and say, hey, this person's calling me, threatening to put me in jail, and this is happening. And it's all nothing but a scam. And so we need to go over some of these scams and scammers and how to recognize a scammer as an individual. Because we need to start protecting ourselves. And you need to start protecting yourself on all these scams. So I think we're going to go over today some of the top 10 scams for 2018, which is happening right now. And the more that we understand this and the more that we learn about scammers and scams, pyramid schemes and all this other trash that goes around, the better we're protected. So let's go over some of the top 10 scams that are going, or that's happening right now, and some of you may have faced some of these issues. One of them is remote PC repair scams. Now, this scam originates out of India, as victims are contacted by a phone call from a scam artist claiming to be a representative of a high-tech computer company. Some of you may have gotten this because I know you have, because you have called me on this. So anyway, they call and they say this is a warning to the victim and their computer has been infected or could be under a threat of being infected by a vicious malware virus. The alleged representative encourages the victim to go online and allow them to troubleshoot the computer. And they say this will help to fix all of the related issues immediately. However, what happens is that as soon as they get online, they start putting stuff inside your computer and they start stealing stuff. So listen, if somebody calls you on this, number one, never give anyone remote access to your computer unless you know who they are. If they're your IT guy that you use all the time. But do not, and in fact I even suggest that you have all of your repair work done by a local computer guy that you know who he is and what they've done for you in the past. But stay away, never give access to your computer. Just deny it. Just say no thank you. Not going to happen, not on my computer. I do not want it infected. Then there's another one, which is number 2, which is the fake counterfeit scam. So on today's internet, and that's a big old world out there, right, of the internet? Well, what it's done is brought a number of online stores to the forefront. I mean, they're right online, right? And they look legitimate, as they cater to all particular needs. Often, it's too difficult to determine which site are legit or a threat to steal your personal information. Many of these unreliable online stores are known to originate out of China, as they mimic actual websites that sell name brands. The attraction is selling popular items, which are counterfeit, at a reduced price to a very willing clientele. Those of you who want something cheap, something way below market value for that name brand item, And so who does this hurt? Well, it hurts the corporations who own that name brand item, because you're getting a fake item with their insignia on it, or a little bit off of the insignia. So you have to be careful of online. Make sure that you've done some, and I've used these two words before, due diligence on the site that you are looking at to make sure that it is a legitimate site. Okay? And then we have what is going on, which is called the fake or the fraudulent fake check scam. And this is one of the more popular ones to get your money. That's what they're all about, right? To get their money. So it's currently taking place, and as scam artists are convincing unknowing victims to accept a fraudulent check in exchange for cash. They send out an elaborate email detailing how they're having troubles cashing a check, and would anyone be kind enough to help them gain immediate cash into their hands. Whoever responds to the request will receive an added bonus for their troubles. Ooh. The endorsed check bounces and the victim is left with no money in their bank account. I tell you guys, you gotta beware out there. There are scams and scammers out there by the dozens, and they're all around us. We just haven't identified them yet. Approach everyone with caution. Approach every internet site with caution. Approach every phone call into you with caution. The number 4, pets for sale scam. Now this, pets, if you have a pet, pets really mean something to American people. So they have this pet for sale scam, which involves scammers creating a fake website that offers pet adoption or providing individuals an opportunity to make a donation to a fictitious animal nursery. The website showcases a wide variety of animals that can be adopted at significantly lower than market price. So as I said, you got to beware of some of these internet sites. And if it is so good to be true, walk away. If it's so wonderful, if the price is so low, walk away. So what happens is that these victims on these pet sites are required to only pay for the insurance and other fees associated with shipping their new pet to their home. The only form of payment accepted is a MoneyGram or Western Union, or a non-returning money transfer to an overseas bank account. And that is the biggest thing. As soon as somebody says, okay, I accept my payments in MoneyGram, or even an Amazon card or something like that. Listen, that's one of the biggest scams going on at the moment, is that people are calling saying, hey, I'm the IRS and you owe me money, and if you don't pay it by 2 o'clock this afternoon, you're going to jail. But you can pay me through MoneyGram or Western Union or Amazon or any other type of gram system that they have out there. The IRS never does that. So that's probably one of the biggest red flags as soon as people want to get paid by these one-way payment situations. Then we have number 5, which is the grant scam. This scheme involves scam artists purchasing legitimate consumer information from the top corporations in our country, as these businesses are led to believe this inquiry is an opportunity to offer some form of financial assistance to customers who have severe debt issues. These types of scam artists pose as government officials that are offering a unique opportunity to gain grant money for a processing fee. The goal is to get your money. The goal is to get the victim to give up their immediate savings for an opportunity to gain that last big payday. It's always something so good to be true that someone's going to be there. They're going to be there. Number 6 is a collection agency scam. Scam artists are well aware that collection agencies have the right to contact individuals who are behind in their monthly bills. They represent themselves as a representative of a fictitious collection agency that is threatening a lawsuit unless the victim settles their current debt issue. Some scam artists support their claims with actual information about the person's bad credit history. This type of scam can go on for a long period of time, as the phone call harassment will continue until the victim breaks down and makes a payment over the phone. A few minutes later, the same vicious cycle begins once again to acquire more money from a helpless victim. Stupid, isn't it? Number 7 is house vacation property rental scam. The collapse of the housing market have made prospective owners opt towards renting a home and the vacation properties. Scam artists have made this trend their new targets as they advertise fictitious properties for rent. They attract victims with attractive pictures and detailed information of the property. The suggested retail price, the rental price, is way, way below the current market. Again, if it's too good to be true, walk away. As scam artists have made this into a game of getting money out of you. Scam artists will only converse with prospective renters via VoIP phone, VoIP phone number that is located in a foreign country. After an agreement is in place, the first month's rental payment must be made through a money transfer process. I tell you, people are out there. They're scammers, and they're wanting to get. Now, most of these people are in foreign countries like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, China, but some of them are being done here too. Let's talk about number 8, which is the payday loan scams. Scam artists love prying on victims at their utmost vulnerable moment, usually during difficult financial times. Victims resort to taking out a high-interest loan. Scam artists use this situation by creating a website that entices desperate individuals to apply for a loan to clear their debt away. So the representatives on the other line from their fake websites call victims to tell them they have qualified for a low-interest loan. But to gain immediate access to the money, the victim must pay a security fee. This payment entails to verify if the individual has the income necessary to repay the loan back. Other variations of the scam include requesting for bank account information to set up a direct deposit of the loan money. In the end, the loan never follows through, as the victim is out of the fee payment and still in debt. Number 9, timeshare resale scam. Timeshare property has been a part of the biggest scams for decades. As the thought of sharing an ideal vacation resort property at a reduced cost, the scam preys on the myth to unload the property for a large profit. First, the timeshare owner must pay an upfront fee. That's always the case, right? You have to pay this upfront fee. And that upfront fee that includes an updated property appraisal, closing, and broker's fee. To protect yourself, read the contract closely because the wording can be confusing, yet still binding if you put your signature on the dotted line. They'll come at you from all directions on every single subject matter. Number 10, which is the end for today. Working from home scam. Every person's dream is working from home on an everyday basis. After all, it's a dream to avoid the stresses of commuting back and forth from our homes to the workplace. This scam centers around setting up a fictitious website that offers work-at-home position within the international shipping department. The victim goes through the interview process on instant messenger or email correspondence. Once they are hired, or fake hired, the company begins to send packages to the new employee's home with explicit instructions on how to inspect the product before shipping it elsewhere. Soon after that, communication between the company and employee ceases, as they receive a fictitious paycheck that's greater than the time that they worked for this fake company. Finally, the employee is able to get in contact with their employer about the overpayment in their check. The company confirms the mistake and tells the employee to send the difference back before depositing the check. Unfortunately, the victim will receive notice that the paycheck has bounced with no recourse to recover the money from their vanished employer. It's amazing, isn't it? We have all of these scams surrounding us, making it too good to be true. Just pay the fee and you'll get a bonus. Just pay the fee and we'll wipe out all of your debt. Just pay, and the list goes on and on. We have to be very careful about these scams and scammers out there. We've already taught you about scams, and we've already taught you about how to kind of identify a scammer. Remember, with a scammer, everything is too good to be true. They make so much money off of the product that they're selling. They're doing so well. They're driving a BMW. They're driving a Bentley. But in fact, they're not making any money. And they're leasing everything. And they're fakes. We have to be more observant of individuals and of people who are selling something or trying to deliver something that is too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, walk away. I'm recording this in my house at the moment, and a big old truck just passed by, which never happens except when I'm podcasting. But it happened. But the point is, of all of this, let's be more observant of people, of words, and offers that are beyond too good to be true. Walk away. You have the opportunity to walk away at any moment in time. And the best time to walk away is at the very beginning. Protect yourself, people. We've got scams and scammers out there who are trying to get your money. Walk away. It's easy as that. Do your due diligence on people and on products and on companies and on offers. Do your due diligence. Don't agree to anything up front. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com. And I will answer every single one that I get. And I might even share it on the podcast. But if you have an issue, if you have a question, don't hesitate to email me. Again, this is Mike Lodge for the WBT, and I will talk with you very, very soon.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.